morning. Today's lecture will discuss what is Grashof criteria and what are the various inversions that we get by fixing various links in quadric cyclic chain. So today's lecture mainly deals with the two things. One is Grashof criteria and other one is inversions of quadric cyclic chain. So just recall in the last lecture what we have discussed: kinematic pair, kinematic link and kinematic chain. We have discussed about a kinematic link or an element is a resistant body which will serve the purpose of, as per the requirement, by behaving like a resistant body or a rigid body, even though it is not really a rigid one. And within the link or within the element there is no relative motion. If the two links are connected, we get a pair. Then these links are connected like a chain, then we call it as a kinematic chain. Okay, so now we will see related to kinematic chain a terminology called a mechanism, and how various mechanisms can be obtained by fixing various links in a kinematic chain. Okay, so the first one, let us see when we don't get a kinematic chain. Okay, so the first requirement is, if there are n number of links are there, if those lengths, if you consider, if one of the length of the link is more than the remaining three lengths, then it will not form a kinematic chain. You can see it is impossible to have a 4-bar linkage if the length of the one of the link is greater than the sum of the other three. Say here in this case I have A, B, C, D. These are the 4 links A, B, C, D. So it is impossible to have a 4-bar linkage if the length of one of the links is greater than the sum of the other three. Look at the diagram. Link D is greater than all links of A, B, C as an individual. So it is greater than A, greater than B, greater than C. So that is the largest link in this one is D. And the length of the D is greater than sum of A plus B plus C. D, length of the D is greater than A plus B plus C. So with this nature of links, if you take, you don't get a 4-bar linkage or a 4-bar chain. So here contradictory statement we are starting, which will not form a 4-bar chain. That is, in the reverse way we are telling, if one of the link in a 4-bar chain, if it is more than length of the remaining 3, then it is not at all possible to make a 4-bar chain. This is the first thing. Then now let us see the other case where the previous one, like largest length is less than the remaining 3 links. Okay, so take a 4-bar chain. Okay, there is a 4-bar chain where links of 1, 2, 3, 4 different lengths. So I have connected them as a kinematic chain. Okay, and let me explain what is the purpose, what is the function of various elements in this chain, and what is a crank, what is a lever, what is a coupler, like this. So here look at there is 4 links. This is say 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. There are 4 links with a different lengths. Okay. We call a mechanism in the kinematic chain, if one of the link is fixed, then we call it as a mechanism. So recall when we discussed about the Grubler's criteria, we said regarding to degrees of freedom, we have written 3 into n minus 1 minus 2j1 minus h, where we said that if there is a mechanism with n number of links, one link should be fixed. Okay, n links are there means one link should be fixed, then only we get the mechanism. That is why we have written in that equation 3 into n minus 1, where n is the number of links. Similar, here I have taken 4 links, one link is fixed. So I have fixed link 1. Then remaining 3 links are there, like 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this link 1 is fixed. Okay, it forms a particular mechanism, what you can see available on this board. So if 1 is fixed, so I can give the input to link 2. I can give the input to the link 2. So if this link 2, if it is in a position to rotate completely, then I call it as a crank. So the member which can rotate 360 degrees, which can make complete revolution or rotation, is known as crank. With respect to that definition in this mechanism, so the link BO2 is a crank. So BO2 is called crank. Okay. So where the input is given. Okay. Then by rotating this crank, this is the input, I am getting output here at link 4. So I get output at link 4. So the output link will not rotate, it only oscillates, which is oscillates. So this oscillating link is called rocker or lever. The oscillating link is called rocker or lever. That is link 4, this is link 2, then link 4, which is in the diagram CO4 is known as lever. So lever are also called as a rocker. So the rocker or a lever will oscillate, whereas the crank is rotates. Crank rotates, and the link 4, CO4, is oscillating. Then what is the other links? Already link 1. Link 1 is fixed. That is O2, O4. So link 1 over, link 2 over, link 4 over. Then what is the link, other one, link 3? So the link 3, so link 3, which is BC, is connecting the input link and output link, that is 2 and 4, which is called coupler. Which is called coupler. Which is called coupler. This is a simple 4-bar chain, or also called as a quadric cycle chain. So quadric cycle chain, 4 cycle chain, that is 4 elements, all are turning pairs. Here this is one turning pair, this is another turning pair, this is another turning pair, this is another turning pair. Here all are turning pairs, 4 turning pairs, 4 kinematic links, and one of the link is fixed. In this case I have taken link 1 is fixed. So this is a simple 4-bar mechanism, most fundamental mechanism and most versatile mechanism used in many applications. So let us see what are the inversions of this quadric cycle chain. So let me tell you once again, what do you mean by inversion? Inversion. So inversion is nothing but, inversion is if you take a kinematic chain. So if you take a kinematic chain, simply I can take one kinematic chain like this, say A, B, C, D. I call this is a kinematic chain such a way that one link is connected to the another link and closed with the last one, say 1, 2, 3, 4. So when we call it as a mechanism, when we fix any one of these links, then only we call it as a mechanism, otherwise we call it as only kinematic chain. Say I fix any one of this. This is one mechanism for the corresponding kinematic chain. If I take the same case like AD, BC, but now I don't fix AD, I will fix another one like AB. I get another mechanism. So how many number of mechanisms you can get by changing this fixation? You can fix either AD or AB or BC or CD. So by changing different links in the kinematic chain, we can get different mechanisms. All these are called inversions of that kinematic chain or inversions of the mechanism. That is what you can see. Inversions of mechanism is a mechanism is a one in which one of the links of a kinematic chain is fixed. Any one link you fix, any one of them, then you get one particular mechanism. Okay, so by changing fixation in a different links, we can get different inversions or different mechanisms. So that is what here it is given. Different mechanisms can be obtained by fixing different links of the same kinematic chain. These are called inversions of the mechanism. So like I can go for the two more I can go for like fixing this one, or I can go for fixing this one. So you can see here I got 1, 2, 3, 4 by fixing 4 different links here, 4 mechanisms. So by changing the fixed links, the number of mechanisms which obtained is equal to the number of links. So in this case, I said it is a 4-bar kinematic chain. So I get 4 mechanisms. The inversions of a mechanism will not change the motion of its links relative to each other. The inversion of a mechanism does not change the motion of its relative to links relative to each other. So this is what the inversions of a quadric cycle chain. So now we will see what are the different mechanisms will obtain and what are its practical applications in kinematics. Let us see one by one. So here let me tell you one rule. So first rule we said a kinematic chain can be formed like a mechanism unless the length of the three links is more than the length of the largest link. That is the first basic fundamental requirement to form a kinematic chain. And there is a scientist called Grashev. He developed a criteria for three different cases in defining a mechanisms like class 1 mechanism, class 2 mechanism and class 3 mechanism, or Grashev's mechanism, non-Grashev's mechanism and a special Grashev's mechanism. What it stands and how we can define it, let us see. So if you take a 4-bar chain, in the 4-bar chain the length of links are different. We can distinguish one smallest link, one largest link and two more links are intermittent between smallest and largest. So you can take this mechanism which is shown here, like you can see here, this is written as P and this link is shown as Q and this is called as L and this is called as S. So here S and L stands for smallest link and largest link. P and Q stands for the other two links. So what this Grashev law or Grashev's criteria says is, so if you want to call it as a Grashev's mechanism or class 1 type of mechanism, then the requirement is the length of the smallest link and largest link should be less than or equal to the remaining two links lengths, that is P plus Q. So S and L length is less than P plus Q. If it follows this law, then we call it as either Grashev's mechanism or class 1 type mechanism. Okay, this is the first one. What we are saying, based upon the length of the links, shortest and largest link in the mechanism, if it is less than or equal to the length of the two other links, then it is called Grashev's or class 1 type mechanism. Okay, this is the basic Grashev's criteria. So here in this particular mechanism, so let us say the previous terminology what we applied. Say if I fix this link, which is say called link P, then here one is rotating, which is called crank, which is giving an output is called rocker. Okay, and the one which connects input and output link is called coupler. That is crank, rocker, coupler, and frame is the fixed link. So you can see here what are the links that we can fix. Any link we can fix, either one can be fixed, two can be fixed, three or four. So we said by fixing different links we get different mechanisms. So let me do this way. So as per the previous, I have written S plus L is less than P plus Q. In this, what I am doing, so the adjacent to the shortest link, that means you can fix either L or Q. So you can fix here L or Q, any one adjacent to the shortest link. So if I fix those links, the input link is the crank. So the smallest link is crank. So smallest link is crank. So just now we discussed about crank means which is rotating, That means input rotation, then where we get output? We get output at P, so output is oscillating. Output is oscillating. So this is what we call input rotation means crank, then output is oscillating, which is called rocker or lever. Either lever or crank, both are used for the same, that is oscillating member. So this mechanism is called as a crank rocker mechanism. This mechanism is called crank rocker mechanism. Input rotation, output oscillation, that you can see here the animation. So this is the fixed link, say 1, crank 2 is revolving anti-clockwise, coupler is just both rotation as well as oscillation, and finally link 4 is only oscillating. In the vice versa, if I fix the L, that is whether I can fix Q or I can fix L, I get the same thing. Now here in this case I have fixed link, the L link, then input is given here for the crank, then output is obtained here through Q, isn't it? This is called crank rocker mechanism. That means rotary motion is converted into oscillatory motion. This is obtained by fixing the either link 1 or link 3. So these two inversions will give you same result of output, that is rotary is converted into oscillatory, that is inversion 1 and inversion 2. Two inversions here we obtained. Now let us see the other one where the shortest link is fixed. Earlier we fixed the adjacent to the shortest link. Now I am fixing the shortest link itself. You can see here I have taken a mechanism with 4 different length of links, shortest, largest, other two P and Q. So I have fixed the shortest. The shortest is fixed. So I can give the input at L and I can get the output at Q. Or I can give the input at L, Q, and output can be obtained at L. So here the link, input link as well as output link, both will revolve. So the shortest link is fixed and both links 1 and 4 makes complete rotation but with different velocities. So here what I am saying, I am taking a mechanism like this, say like this. Which one is fixed? Shortest is fixed. What is the shortest? So my numbering is like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Shortest is this. I am fixing this. So input can be given here and output can be collected here through this coupler. So this is also rotating. So it is called crank. And output is also rotating. This is also called crank, and coupler is coupling it. That is why it is called crank or drag crank or rotary to rotary converter mechanism. So it is called crank or a double crank or rotary to rotary converter or drag crank mechanism. This is a double crank mechanism. So by fixing the shortest link, we get this double crank mechanism. So we have finished fixing 3 links. Already we fixed link 1, we fixed link 2, we fixed link 3. Now what is left? Link 4 has to be fixed. That is opposite to the shortest link. Of course, I have given these 2 which we have discussed just now. That is crank rocker and double crank, or a drag link in a single diagram. You can see here crank rocker. This is revolving and this is oscillating. Input, output, coupler. This is the first one, crank rocker. So you get this by fixing both link 1 and link 3. And the other one, just now we have talked, double crank or drag link. Shortest link is fixed. This is the shortest link. So my link 2, link B and link A, both are giving the rotary motion. And the final one is the last one is double rocker. That is double rocker mechanism or rocker mechanism. Double rocker or rocker mechanism. So here by fixing the opposite to the shortest link. So let us take the basic mechanism which we have taken, like this is the mechanism which we have taken. The shortest is this. Opposite to the shortest. What is the opposite to the shortest? Opposite to the shortest is this one. So this is fixed. This is shortest. Opposite to the shortest. This is fixed. Then input is given here and output is collected here. So here none of the links are able to revolve. They can only oscillate. So input is given here. See, input is given here and output is collected. Output and this is input. Input is given here and output is obtained here. Here both are oscillating, that is why it is called rocker mechanism, or this is a double rocker mechanism. So it is an application of this. You can see in case of cars and vehicles that we can wipe the glass when it is rainy. So to wipe off the water which is falling on the glass, that is a mechanism used is this, where you can see both the links are oscillating. Input is oscillating, output is also oscillating. You are giving input here and you are taking output here. So both of them comes under this rocker mechanism. So in all these 3 cases, what we said, the requirement is S plus L is less than P plus Q. That means the smallest link length and largest link length is less than the remaining 2 links lengths. So next, S plus L, if it is greater than P plus Q, what it happens, which we call it as a non-Grashoff's or class 2 type of mechanism. So S plus L is greater than P plus Q. So this is the case irrespective of which link you fix. All cases you get only one type of output, that is double rocker mechanism, which is a non-continuous relative motion. No continuous relative motion is possible. Here, irrespective of which link you fix, either you fix large link, fix short link, or fix adjacent to this, anything, we get only one type of motion, that is a double rocker mechanism, which was different in the previous cases, like fixing the link first adjacent to the shortest link caused, that is crank and lever type mechanism. By fixing the shortest link, double crank mechanism. By fixing the opposite to the crank, that is a double lever mechanism. Three different types of mechanisms we have seen in the previous case. But whereas here, when S plus L is greater than P plus Q, in non-Grashoff's or class 2 type, irrespective of any link you fix, you get only one type of motion, that is called double rocker mechanism. So input is also rotating and output also, input also oscillating, output also oscillating. There is no rotation. And one more condition is S plus L is equal to P plus Q. So the shortest link length and largest link length is equal to the remaining two links, length of the links. Okay. So in this case, you get either double crank or crank rocker, double crank or crank rocker mechanism, that is depend upon the links sizes. So you take one case here, this is the smallest link and this is the largest link, and there are two more links, they are P and Q. So this is actually a special case where literally we can say S and P are equal and L and Q are equal. They are not, P and Q are different than the S and L. But you can have the values such a way that say S plus L sum is equal to the remaining two sum P plus Q. There we get this crank rocker mechanism. Whereas in this case, S plus L is equal to P plus Q, where S is equal to P and L is equal to Q, which forms a parallelogram. Okay, and this gives a double crank mechanism. That means if we rotate the smallest link, this as an input, by fixing this, then you get the output at the P, which is also rotating. So the simple example for this is a locomotive wheels. You can see the input is given to this link and output is obtained by this link through this coupler. So input and output, you can see input is given, output is collected by means of coupler. So both wheels are revolving, which is nothing but special Grashoff's mechanism where S plus L is equal to P plus Q, isn't it? So that is another one. So suppose if all links become collinear, creating momentarily a second degrees of freedom, output response is undetermined. So the previous case which I have discussed, S plus L is P plus Q, a Grashoff special mechanism, all inversions are either double crank or crank rocker. These mechanisms depends upon, like the previous slide I have shown, either opposite are equal or opposite are unequal. Based upon that you get either double crank or crank rocker, but all of them will be same. In one case all may be double crank, in another case it is all crank rocker, isn't it? So you can see here, if all links become collinear, so if all links become collinear, this is the case. So where you can see here, the links are like this, all are with the same length. Here all links are the same length. Then all links will be collinear. You assume like this is revolving by 90 degrees. This comes here and this matches this and this matches this. Then it becomes a second degree of freedom and output response is undetermined. Okay, this is a special case, don't worry, bother about this. So we'll summarize what we have discussed today in 2 minutes. We started with first naming as linkage, kinematic chain and mechanism, inversions of mechanism like this. And very beginning we said when we don't get a mechanism, that is in a 4-bar chain, if the length of the largest link is more than the remaining 3 links, so it will not form a mechanism. This is the first statement we said. By fixing various links in the kinematic chain, we get different mechanisms. We said fixation of one of the link is called mechanism. Without fixing the link, we cannot call it as a mechanism. It is only kinematic chain. So in this 4-bar quadric cyclic chain, by fixing 4 different lengths, I get 4 different inversions. So then the Grashoff's laws we have seen, the S plus L is less than or equal to P plus Q is the Grashoff's law. So if it is less than P plus Q, this is called Grashoff's first type, where the 3 different mechanisms you can get by fixing adjacent to the shortest link, that is crank, rocker, and fixing shortest itself is called double crank, and the third one is opposite to the shortest link is called double lever mechanism. So this is double crank, and here both crank rocker and double crank is shown, and this is the last double lever. So input and output, an example is your wiper in the cars and other things. And one more case is S plus L is greater than P plus Q, non-Grashoff or class 2, where all the inversions will result only one thing, that is double rocker mechanism. And finally, a special type of Grashoff's mechanism where S plus L is equal to P plus Q, if shortest and largest opposite sides also same length, which is equal, then we get a mechanism called double crank. If their sum is equal but they are different in lengths, then we get crank rocker mechanism irrespective of what link you fix. And if you take finally a case where all 4 links are same length, which forms a mechanism. So here, if all links becomes a straight line, then the output response is undetermined. So that is what you can see in this lecture dealing with the inversions of quadric cyclic chain. Inversions of quadric cyclic chain. Grashoff's law, that is Grashoff's type 1, type 2 and a special Grashoff's mechanism. So in the next lecture we will see inversions of single slider crank chain mechanism. Thank you.